Yes, that'll be the, yes. Hi, good morning, everybody. This is the first time we are having an FB Live during the day session. Usually we chat during the evening. Today we have the lovely Mr. Hari Prasad and his wife joining us. Madam, please tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Mamta.
Namta, madam. Great, because the spouse is always identified by the member's name, which is not fair, I think. So we recently met Mr. Hari Prasad to another member of ours. And the minute I heard about him, I got very excited about the work he's doing, about his energy and his passion. And his story with Parkinson's is also unique because what he has made out of it. So I don't want to talk much about sir. We want to hear everything from him. So welcome, sir. Let me ask you a couple of questions. We can take it from there. Why don't you tell us what is your age now and when were you diagnosed with Parkinson's?
I'm 61 years now, and I was diagnosed with Parkinson's at the age of 48.
48, that's very early. Tell me one thing, sir. It is a very, very young age for someone to be diagnosed with a disorder like Parkinson's. What were your initial symptoms? Like what made you go to the doctor? That's what I want to know.
Initial what? Symptoms.
What made you go to the doctor? What did you think was off?
Actually, Mamta can explain this better.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, my father had undergone an operation in Columbia Asia Hospital for a spinal thing. And the neurosurgeon there, Dr. Arjun Srivatsa, he was looking after my father. And we had gone to him for post-operation checkup. And that's when Dr. Arjun looked at Hari and he said, I think there's something, has he been having these tremors in his hand for a long time? I said, from the time I got married, I remember him having tremors in his hand. But we, attributed it to familial tremors because his father also had. So
I'm sorry, his father had Parkinson's?
Affecting him. No, he had familial tremors.
Oh, familial. Okay.
His father. So then I told Arjun, Dr. Arjun, that no, I think we just let it go because it's been there for quite some time. So he says, no, I think you should get him checked by a neurologist because he's shuffling his foot. He's dragging his foot so slightly. Have you observed that? I said, because I've been with him day in, day out, I haven't observed anything like that. So anyways, we immediately I came out and I told Hari that that's what Dr. Arjun is saying, that we would like you to get yourself checked for Parkinson's. He was very cool. I mean, both of us didn't sink in at that moment. And he went ahead, immediately he went ahead and took an appointment with Dr. Guru Prasad of Columbia Asia Hospital, Referral Hospital, Yeshwanth. So, incidentally, Dr. Guru Prasad was staying in the same building as us. And he used to play badminton with Hari.
Oh, okay.
Evenings they would play badminton on weekends, Sundays. So that's when we took an appointment with him and we met him the next day. And Dr. Guru Prasad also mentioned, yes, Hari, I've been seeing Hari shuffling his feet a bit. So I have been observing him. So I thought, let me also, because you can't really diagnose Parkinson's immediately. You need to over a period of time. So he he said, go through some tests and all that. Then MRI and all that was done, scanning and stuff. Nothing is very confirmatory for Parkinson's. So anyway, slowly, I think he was started on medication. I think
agonist first, of course. Okay.
So he took those medications and we met.
In 2012,
In 2012, he shifted to Sindupapa.
Okay, from agonist to Sindupapa. So this is very interesting, madam. I want to pause a little bit here and dwell a little bit on how sir was diagnosed. Because typically, I'm sure you have heard this from other people affected by PD, they're always misdiagnosed. They'll go with some pain or they'll go with some tremor or rigidity and doctors would just say, oh, take some vitamin, take some tablet, it'll be all right. Then they'll keep going back and forth and finally they will decide after a year or so that they have Parkinson's. Now, for a doctor to have looked at Sir and say you need to get checked, I think it's very fortunate, I think,
Yeah,
that the diagnosis. But you were saying Sir was having tremors even much before.
yeah, it was only in one hand, which
Yeah,
was
it's always in one hand.
left hand. Yeah. So it was like, very slight tremors.
Slight
And
tremors.
yeah. So even his father had it. We never thought about Parkinson's at all.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think normally anybody goes looking for any kind of disease, So this awareness comes only
Yeah.
once you have somebody in your family suffering from this. Or, so um, then what
So tell me
happened
one
was,
more thing, sir. What were you doing at that time professionally? I mean, you were 48. You're at almost, I could say, prime of your professional
General
career.
manager with the
What were you?
company, general manager at the American MNC called Nordson.
American MNC?
Nordson.
not
Nordson.
yeah,
Okay. What were you doing for them?
I was looking after one of the businesses.
sales, marketing. He was the general
Manager.
manager there.
Sales manager.
Excellent. Excellent. So after the diagnosis, did you continue working, sir?
Yeah. I continued for 7 years.
7 years after that. What were your initial other symptoms other than, say, tremor and shuffling of your feet? What else did you experience?
My major problem was the cramping, the dystonia.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Dystonia was something that is not visible to anybody else. Like, Mamta wouldn't know what my problem was.
Correct.
At the end of the day, I used to become very tired because of dystonia.
Oh.
Stiffness in his limbs, and
My
it was very tiring for him.
arm used to get cramped.
Cramps. So you're saying you would get very tired. How was it for you to continue with your job, sir, after this?
Yeah, after some time, it became a bit difficult because then it starts affecting your efficiency.
Exactly.
So
Did you tell this in your office? Did you tell your supervisors or your colleagues about this?
they asked me, they were observant of the whole thing, but they didn't ask me. So I did not tell them till I thought my time came when I thought I must leave because of my own efficiency was dropping fast.
So we actually took a call after the DBS was done.
Now let us talk a bit. That's a good segue, madam. Let's talk about DBS. So 7 years into Parkinson's, you continue to work. And at one point, you decided to go in for DBS surgery. Can you now tell us, sir, what made you decide to go in for the surgery?
See, the dystonia and the cramp and the dyskinesia that I was having. Dyskinesia I was having because both these things, both because of the medication, I was having dyskinesia, and dystonia was also troubling me a lot. It became so much so that that I became
The shadow of himself.
Yeah.
He couldn't do much at all. So there was a time where he was banged. His head was going like you watch a rock concert when you do head banging, that kind of thing. And suddenly he would freeze in a position, and it became difficult for us to let him go alone anywhere because he could lose balance. He could freeze in a position, and if he's crossing the road, traffic, and all that, would cause us a lot of worries. So we decided, he only took a decision. He did a lot of research on DBS himself, and he found out about DBS and suggested to the doctors. He was on very high medication also, and these medications have a lot of side effects. So that caused many problems like swallowing. He could eat properly, he could sleep properly. He looked like at the age of 51, 52, he looked more like an 80-year-old person. His posture had become like an elderly person, and his eyes had sunken. There were dark circles. What he is now, you won't believe that he had undergone all this kind of situation.
Yeah, it's quite life altering. So, madam, I want to take a moment here just before DBS because Typically, if you see for anybody affected with PD, within 7 years, it doesn't deteriorate this much, right? Like dyskinesia getting badly so much, and sir always already having dystonia, and the medications. How many Sindopas was he taking just before DBS?
78 syllables a day, 6 to 7.
6 to 7 kilometers.
6 to 7 Sindopas per day. That's quite high. And hence, as you rightly said, he had a lot of involuntary movements. So I'm suspecting, although he was diagnosed at the age of 48, he was having the Parkinson's for a while, in fact.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, that's why I think by the time he started on Sindopa, it was already maybe years into it. Hence, he needed more of it. And I'm very glad that you were so proactive and you looked up DBS on your own, sir, because not many do that. Number one, not many know that there is some procedure like this. And not many doctors also push for it. Either they push too much that it becomes like a marketing tool, or they don't mention this at all. So members miss out on a very crucial window when it is very useful for them to get DBS done.
The window of opportunity is very limited. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. And I'm so glad you used it on time. So when was your DBS surgery?
2015.
2015.
End of March.
And since then, he's been having a very good quality of life.
Yes.
And we've done road trips for awareness of Parkinson's.
I know. Madam, you are doing my work very easy for me, because whatever I want to go to next, you are starting that. So I want to know about these road trips more. So whoever is watching this, just keep this image in mind. There is this energetic gentleman at the age of 48 is affected by PD. And 7 years after that, his quality of life gets so bad that he's not able to carry on with most of his daily functions because of his involuntary movements and dystonia. He is getting very tired. Then he goes in for a DBS surgery, and so life altering immediately that the family takes long road trips. Madam, tell us about your first road trip.
Yeah, so it started with, we kind of, my son and daughter, we pushed him into quitting his job because we had spent so much, more emotions on his surgery, and we were so happy to see him back, almost normal. And so we kind of forced him to quit his job and have a stress-free life. He had done enough for all of us. So, and yeah, that's when, we were talking gently that his passion is travel. He loves traveling, and I love driving. So, and I don't like it to give the wheel to anybody else. I have a car. So, but Hari was an excellent driver himself. Be cautious. But as you know that traffic in India is very, very stressful. So
Terrible.
yeah, so I didn't want to allow him to drive at all. He did, few places here and there where it was, kind of cheap. He can drive still, but we don't allow him to drive.
Yes, yes.
So he does a lot of other things, like he'll plan the whole trip from day one to day, and it's with precision. He will even put the timing properly when we leave and when we reach back home, and it's exactly that.
Wow. So impressive. Now tell me the route that you took the first time around. From where did you start and where did you end?
I think Hari is better at that.
Yeah, we went via Tirupati to space. Nellore
Nellore.
to Vijayawada.
Vijayawada to
Visakhapatnam.
Visakhapatnam.
From there to went to Bhubaneswar. Then to
Calcutta.
Calcutta. We went to Bhutan. This is what 5 years.
Wow. So they went from Bangalore to Bhutan. How
Yeah.
many days did it take, sir, one way?
See, it's very difficult to say.
One way, return it was 42.
42 days.
Totally, it was 42 days, going and coming back.
So we
Excellent.
normally, it depends on the time of travel in a day. We don't do any night travel. So he plans it accordingly. So we reach every place before 6 to be evening. and he makes sure he does all the booking of the hotels or where to stay. He's got a lot of friends, and he's got a lot of family and friends spread out all over the country.
Yeah.
So he's connected with them, and they have been so helpful in arranging seminars for us. Not only that, they have helped us. They have hosted us in their homes with so much love and affection, and it was very well planned out. And
Right.
wherever possible, we have given seminars. We've talked to patients and caregivers, and even we've connected with the hospitals there. So
Okay.
yeah,
So let me get this idea. So you are here traveling from Bangalore to Bhutan in your car, making pit stops and holding talks, that is awareness talks on Parkinson's along the way.
yeah.
This is excellent. This is like a road trip for Parkinson's awareness.
Yes, it is.
It
It
is.
is. It is great, sir. How
In
many
fact,
such camps
in
did you
fact,
have on the way to Bhutan?
to tell you the truth, we were sponsored by Columbia Asia Hospital
Oh, you
initially.
were sponsored because, oh my goodness, for the whole trip?
Yeah.
That's
It was.
excellent. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that
And
is
I would like to mention one incident with Mahindra's. We had an XUV of Mahindra's 500,
okay.
XUV 500, and this particular car has been our
No, what car is it? Mahindra?
SUV 500.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. So I just want to give a disclaimer here. We are not advertising for a
Yeah,
car or Columbia Asia or for any doctor. They are just sharing their experience. So I don't want people watching this to get influenced and go for a particular vehicle or for a particular hospital. So this is just a personal story. Please go on,
It's
madam.
just a statement that what goes around comes back. So if you do good, you get back good. That is what we're trying to tell you here. Because when we decided, and Columbia Asia also, like, it was not their idea at all, and it was us, and we approached them and said we are going to do this awareness camp. So they were so happy themselves that they said, okay, we would like to sponsor you.
And then they have never been insisted that we must talk about Columbia Asia.
Yeah, they've never asked us to talk about Columbia.
They never asked you to?
Talk about Columbia Asia.
Oh, like to say that they are the sponsors. How kind. Okay.
Yeah. And even this Mahindra incident I wanted to tell you was the first trip when we started from Bangalore. The second day, or third day, we reached Vizag,
Mm,
and we were to go to Visakhapatnam.
mm.
And on the way, the car clutch gave away.
Okay.
So we were in at Amlapuram,
Mm.
right? And it was mid-afternoon, very, very hot, and we had taken this road assistance service from Mahindra. So we called them up. It was a toll-free number. We called them up. The first question is, I remember his name still, Mr. Nitin.
Mm.
The first question he asked me was, "Ma'am, is there any shade around? Where are you?" Okay, it was mid-afternoon, very hot, and you know how answer.
Mm.
So I was wondering why is he asking about shade. So I said, yeah, there's one small dhaba here. He's going to wait there. He says, ma'am, for the tow truck to come, it will take at least 2.5 hours,
Mm.
to tow your vehicle away. So I just wanted to know whether you have some place to
Oh,
rest. So
how
sweet,
sweet. How
that was
sweet.
really nice. Yeah,
How thoughtful.
very, very thoughtful. Okay. So
Ah.
then the tow truck came within 2.5 hours, and like a baby, they took my vehicle away, and they arranged another car for us,
Mm.
cab, to go to Visakhapatnam. And
Okay.
they said by
Actually, 26.
26th of January, it was 25th of January, 24th of January, sorry. So 25th was a Sunday, and 26th was Monday. So it was a holiday for them, right?
Independence Day.
Correct. But they knew that we are doing this road trip for an awareness purpose.
Okay.
So they said, and we told them that, please, can you help us? Because we have been, the planning is such that we can't lose days like this.
Mhm.
Every place we have to go and stay and stuff. So they said, okay, ma'am, we will do our best. We'll get the immediately got the clutch plates and done and all that, and they got it done on 25th, 25th morning. So evening 5 o'clock, they asked us to come there and take the car. So I said, oh, this is going to be like, it's going to hit us financially. Clutch plate means at least 40 grand, we need to shell out. So I said, please, can you speak to your manager and get us some discount? Typical Indian. So I said, please, can you get us some discount? He says, ma'am, I try my best. Definitely, you people are doing such a good job. So let me speak to the manager. So we go there, and by 5 o'clock, the car comes out, spick and span, very neatly, and all our luggage also nicely, wrapped up. We had just tested to put it like. So then, 5 o'clock, we went there. They gave us the card and he gave me a receipt. It was mentioned 37,000, somewhere around that. So I said, oh, I don't have that much cash, so I'll, I don't have a check, so I'll use my credit card. So he said, yeah, it's okay, ma'am, no worries. So I kept waiting, and he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. I said, why is he not moving? So then I said, please, can you get me, let me do this. We need to leave the place early. Because, yeah, we had to go to Bora Caves.
Okay.
So then he says, yeah, ma'am, please go ahead.
Oh, okay.
For the money. He says, no, ma'am, you've signed, no? I said, yeah. But then, I haven't used the card or anything. He says, no, ma'am, I spoke to the general manager and he said, these people are doing such a wonderful job.
My God. Oh my goodness,
You
they
won't believe
waived the whole thing off.
They waived the whole thing.
That's amazing. Oh, so kind.
We
I'm
were
telling you, the world is filled with like really kind and helpful people.
Yeah, they are wonderful people. Yeah, I mean, you come across and we've had such adventures, and we've met such wonderful lifelong friends also.
Right. I can imagine how nourishing it is for you to do this. I think we'll feel nourished only when we give. I think the fact that you were willing to give so much in your road trip to talk about yourself, to spread awareness, is what you get back in return. Oh, this is such a wonderful story, madam. Thank you so much for sharing. And how many such trips have you done since?
We have done, after that, 2 more trips.
Two more.
One Rajasthan,
Okay.
Gujarat, in Madhya Pradesh. We covered all that. Again, that was a 40-day trip.
Okay.
And the third one was Bangalore to Nepal.
Oh, that's a long one.
Yeah, I would like to mention here, the first trip we did was with another couple, Mr. Suresh and Mrs. Neeru. So they have been our constant companions for these road trips. They are such a big moral support. Suresh takes care of Hari as an older brother, and he also helps me with some of the driving, when I'm really tired out. Let him have to be. And he's also our official photographer, auditor. And his wife is another Jen. So, and she takes care of all the food, issues and stuff like that.
Yes.
We make a real good family.
Travel companions.
And the first trip, my children also joined us from Calcutta to Sikkim and all that. And
oh yeah, oh that's wonderful. It must be really scenic to drive around Sikkim, no, madam? And the roads are also narrow and a bit, yeah. How wonderful.
And second trip, two couple friends joined us. It's not like they have to join some day one.
Exactly.
So they joined us a week later. So there was a time where just Hari and I were in the car.
Okay.
And 1 week I drove around, I think it was in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Okay. Then another couple friends joined. And then the third trip, we had 9 people.
Wow, 9 of you. That's a buddy trip.
Yeah, two cars.
Okay. Madam, do you realize your caravan is increasing?
Oh, yeah. If it's going to increase even further, that's
Your
Yeah,
caravan
yeah.
is growing. I think your tribe is growing.
a lot of my colleagues are all retired now.
Yeah. And
What's
friends
that?
have been there.
Friends are retired.
I don't
Friends are
understand.
retired. Then my friends are retired now. So all of
Okay.
them are waiting for me to bring up the
So since you're taking the lead, your friends are just following you on your trips.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. One day, Dhanalakshmi and I will be behind you on some trip.
Yeah.
We'll join you from like
Oh, you
Bangalore to Andhra Pradesh.
it's such fun. And you don't have to do the full 40 days or anything. You can let us know where you can join. You can fly to that place.
I know.
You go for a week, 10 days, whatever. And then you can fly back from wherever.
We will totally do that. We'll take you up on this offer. Parivartan members and us will do it. Oh, this is exciting. This is so heartening to hear these stories and journey. I think this is a validation for me again and again, which I get from members over time and today from you, that a disorder is not so life altering that it's end of the world. I mean, you have created a new chapter and you have opened up your hearts and your lives to such new possibilities now. And what an inspiration that you are with the things that you're doing. This is amazing.
No, there's one more thing. Sorry. We have also done road trips in Australia, New Zealand, and in
UK also we've done
UK,
seminars.
So you fly to a country and go road trips there.
then
That's
Turkey,
great.
Yeah.
Turkey, UK, Australia, and New Zealand.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Tell me one thing. Did you travel as much before your Parkinson's?
No.
Not as much. But he used to be always traveling.
Okay. For work.
Yeah, he was in that kind of a job.
For work, he was traveling and he anyway loved to travel. But I think because of job, I think it didn't give you the time and space for you to actually do it.
True.
I think this is a blessing in disguise. Madam, I want to also ask you, how is it when you're traveling, when it is just the two of you rather than with everybody else? Is there a difference?
We used to find
Is
it
there a
in-
preference rather?
we used to find it-
Yeah, I
find-
prefer people around with me because he keeps on nagging me on my driving.
Okay, the truths come out now. Okay. She prefers more people on the
Actually,
trip.
if Leru and Suresh are there, they'll kind of distract him. Otherwise,
Okay, they'll deal with him so you can happily drive.
the car is coming, or apply the brakes, or
That's thing.
Yes, better to have
control
come.
when I'm on, at the wheel.
Good to know. Let us talk a little bit more about DBS itself, sir, because I saw the note that you put out in the WhatsApp groups about this charging units that you have for DBS. Now, also you were saying you were taking 6 to 7 Syndopas before the DBS. Now, how is it? How much do you take? How is your medication right now?
I had come down to a level of 0 one time.
Wow, zero.
0. But then, that was not a good thing to do because some amount of cinema is necessary. Some amount of concentration is necessary with that. That's true. So I switched to 1.5 tablets a day. I have 2
Okay.
tablets a day.
Okay.
So
Okay. So you're on. Come a little closer to the camera, sir. Your voice is breaking. So you're saying you take 2 Syndopas, half.
Yeah.
Okay, that's as minimal as it can be. That's
And he
excellent.
doesn't take any other medication. So,
Nothing else. For
side
Parkinson's, nothing else. No agonists also.
effects.
Nice. That is great. Okay, I want to see that charging unit that you showed in the picture. Can you wear it and show us? So this is a charger.
See, this
Ah. Okay.
is counterweight. There's nothing on the counterweight.
Okay.
And then this is the charging top.
Oh, so you charge that. That is a charging unit for that. Okay.
So
Okay.
you just kind of place it.
And then you have a USB cable. So,
Okay. Okay. And you charge it. How long does it take for it to be fully charged?
It doesn't take much time.
Okay. Very soon.
15 minutes? Hardly any time.
Oh, like 15, 20 minutes. Okay. And then you take that and put it on that, whatever that's called. What is that called? On that hook.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that is placed on the pacemaker directly.
Correct.
So the pacemaker gets charged.
Yes.
Oh, you put it inside. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So this is a counterweight.
Counterweight. Okay, okay. I was about to ask what is that? Is it another portal to charge? Okay, it's just a counterweight. Okay.
Just to keep it in place, so that otherwise it
Yeah.
would finish.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's very uncomfortable otherwise.
So
And
very
how long
good.
it takes for the pacemaker to get charged like this, sir?
I think about very less time. I think 5-10 minutes.
Wow.
No, how much?
Takes about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh, half an hour, 45 minutes. Okay, okay. Okay. And for the pacemaker to be fully charged.
100%.
Okay. And how often do you charge your pacemaker, sir?
See, I used to charge it twice a week in the
Mhm.
past.
Mhm.
Now I don't know. It seems to be going on a little bit more. Maybe 2 times in 3 weeks, 3 times in 2 weeks.
Now you're charging a bit more, like 2-3 times a week. Is that what you're saying?
No, 3 times in 2 weeks.
Oh, now because of this new device.
Yeah. Become less.
Oh,
I haven't. It's just relatively new, so I don't have a.
I can't hear you very well. Say that again.
Relatively new, so he is not. Very sure how long. But as of now, for the last 2 weeks, I think he's charged it about twice.
Well, okay, that's once in 2 weeks is what you're charging now. Your charging time has almost come down by half.
So that all depends on the one thing about charging.
Mhm.
Be careful. And it
Mhm.
doesn't one size doesn't fit all. It's,
Correct.
the person has his own experience and his own.
Correct. That's true. Sir, somebody was asking us once, like if you do a lot of activities, like if you, I don't know, physically, if you're very active, does your battery drain quickly in your pacemaker? Does that happen?
No,
That's what I said, but I wasn't too sure. Okay.
no. It's the frequency of a person, how much.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. It's the frequency.
Correct voltage and frequency.
Yeah.
Physics, electricity is there.
Okay. Let us also talk a little bit more logistics, sir. Before this charging unit, what did you have?
So I had a wire-based kind of thing.
You want to bring it? No, no, just tell me. It's okay. I want you to be seated.
See, it was a separate unit.
Mhm.
So now what's happening? They have combined 2 units into one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So which is so different. It was 2 separate units combined with the wire and the channel of wire spoiled. The wire get
It could get broken, to come out somewhere.
So that was like you would place it on the pacemaker and charge it at the same time. Is that how that worked?
No, he would charge the, what do you call it, remote charger.
Uh-huh.
He had to charge it first and
Uh-huh.
then use it,
Then
keep
place
on-
it on top.
Yeah.
I think it's the same technology, but this is seeming a little bit more advanced.
Except that they have combined 2 units into one.
In this.
Yes. So they remove the
Okay.
wire.
They removed that wire thing, which was very inconvenient,
Okay.
uncomfortable.
So there was a transdermal charging unit. It was kept
Okay.
on the skin.
How expensive is this charger, sir?
They told me 1.5 lakhs plus taxes and all that.
1.5 lakhs before tax.
No, plus tax. Yeah.
Plus tax. Oh, 1.5 lakhs. Okay. This is just for the charger, right?
Right. Right.
Okay. But you're saying the charging time has come down drastically, that amount of time that it takes to charge and how many times you charge also has come
I'm
down.
not very sure what it is, but definitely it's much less.
Much less than before.
I need to establish that.
Okay, you need to use more to know more. Of course, it's still very new. Who told you about this charger?
They had come and told me about it once.
Medtronic people
Oh, the company itself told you about this.
had
Okay.
mentioned about it. So they only invented this.
Okay. Okay. That's useful. It is actually useful for other members who have had DBS done. And there's always a lot of question around charging. So for some members who don't know, or some people who are watching who don't know, do you want to tell them which is a better option? Is it better to have a chargeable battery or non-rechargeable battery?
See, there are pros and cons of both.
Mhm.
Now the chargeable batteries the one that we charge, right? Here, what happens is, so okay, let me talk about the one that is charged. Okay, charged battery that is there. Lasts for anywhere from 2.5 years to 5 years. Okay, but then in those 2.5 to 5 years, you forget that you are Parkinson's, right? So you lead a very, very normal life. Whereas for this particular case, while the life they say is 15 years, but then it keeps reminding you every week that you've got Parkinson's. Understand?
Yeah.
So that helps you in being more active.
More active. But sir, if it is a non-rechargeable battery, you will have to replace it after a few years, no? So you'll have to go in for another surgery, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Charged. You have to come up with again the same place.
Yeah, it's like having two surgeries and at the same cost or an increased cost, isn't it? With
Yeah.
this, you don't have to go in for another surgery,
It's a
no?
minor operation. This is a minor operation. It's always done in a general anesthesia. It's still minor. Because this is a small cut here and then they push it inside.
Okay.
But still,
Okay.
you have to be admitted to the.
Yeah, but it's not so expensive though for a rechargeable battery.
Yeah.
See, for a the rechargeable one was the charged one. So rechargeable one is about 4-5 lakhs more expensive.
Rechargeable one initially is much more expensive, but when you do the surgery again, it's not so expensive, you're saying.
Is that what you say?
It costs about overall 5 lakhs more. I think approximately 5 lakhs more.
It comes up to 5 lakhs just for the battery alone, no?
Battery alone for the rechargeable versus the charge battery.
So rechargeable is more expensive than non-rechargeable?
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Because
Yes.
it lasts 15 years.
Yes, it lasts 15 years, exactly.
And it includes a charging unit like this.
Yes, yes, exactly. So this was like so fun talking. Dhanalakshmi, I want you also to come in. Would you have any questions for sir or madam that you want to ask? Because we are relative. Madam and sir, both of you, individually and together, I want both of you to say, how has Parkinson's changed your life? If you have to tell me like in one word, what would you say your life has been after PD?
Well, I'm conscious of everything, every step that I take.
Say that again.
He's been conscious of every step that he has taken.
He's very conscious now. So you become more mindful after Parkinson's.
Yes.
Yes, I'll go with the word mindful. For you, madam?
For me, I think thank God for small mercies.
I think it's more gratitude.
Yeah. And actually, I think positivity, acceptance of anything makes life easier.
Right, but it is so hard.
It is. But I have seen a live example, like sitting right next to me. He accepted the situation. He
Yeah.
didn't, go into self-pity or depression.
Yeah.
He
But
worked.
I think he is rare. But sir is a very rare species like that to get into acceptance so fast. Was he always like this in life generally?
Yes, he's always been a very genuine person, living life to the fullest.
Wow.
He's always been encouraging. He's always given space,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, very positive.
Very positive. So I also want to mention here that Sir runs his own group called Positive Attitude, where he has included people affected with PD, doctors, people working on this issue into one group, and they constantly talk to each other and motivate each other. What a wonderful initiative, sir, to bring everybody together. This is really amazing. And I think it is just your energy that spreads everywhere. What I've seen is people, whatever their personality is before Parkinson's, it just gets aggravated after Parkinson's. If they were too stressed out or if they were too angry, they will become only much more anxious after the disorder also. But I think in your case, it's just the positivity just increased by so much more. And blessed are the people around you, your family, friends, and your community that you're creating. Like one person can make a lot of difference. And we have a good example in you. Thank you so much for coming today and sharing about your story with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sudha. I hope people will,
Yes,
get something positive out of this. And
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop the share right now.